Okay. So now after the sender's address, there will be one space and then date. Date will be mostly in the written format like 24th January 2021. So 24th, the subscript, superscript th, and then January in writing, and then the date. Then after again a space, there will be receiver's address to whom you are sending the letter along with the name or designation if it is so. Like some people you will not give the letter through the name but by the designation, so that designation will be there and their address. Again after that, the receiver's address, there will be one line, a space, and then the subject of the letter. Subject will be one liner or maximum two liner and will contain the context of the letter, why you are sending the letter. The purpose of this is to convey that the information in brief, so that to those who are sending the letter, if they are very busy, they will only go through the subject and they will understand what is the content of the letter. So you need to be very clear about the subject, like application for this and this purpose, regarding any particular number is there, any form number is there, that form number should be there within one or two lines maximum, not more than that. It should not be looking like a paragraph, even a small paragraph. Okay. Some people also underline the subject of the letter. We need not to underline it, just subject, then a colon, and then start writing the content. After that, again a space and then the salutation. Salutation you will use either sir, respected sir, or ma'am. Or if you are not writing sir, respected sir, ma'am, then dear sir, dear ma'am. Nothing else. Okay. And after salutation, your body will start, which will be divided into three parts or three paragraphs. So three paragraphs will be: first is your introduction and the purpose of writing the letter. Second part will be the content of the letter or giving the detailed matter. And third part will be the concluding part, where you will expect any kind of response. Like here it is given a solution to your problem or highlight to an issue in the newspaper, etc. Okay. Then along with this third paragraph, you will also write down your expectation, like therefore I kindly request you to grant me the permission for the same, and so this is a request which you make in the last paragraph. And after this, again a complimentary closing, where yours faithfully, yours sincerely, or yours truly, these three types of complimentary closing should be the last part. No other complimentary closing. In the initial salutation, only sir, directly sir, or dear sir. And in the complimentary closing, yours faithfully, truly, and sincerely. Out of these three, which one is the most commonly used?
Sincerely,
Why?
because it is used by students, maybe so.
Not exactly that, but other things faithfully and truly, they are mostly on the basis of the trust part. So this sincerely is something which you can use generally or commonly with every kind of people, showing appropriate amount of responsibility or obligation on your part. So that
Sir,
is why yours sincerely. Yes.
sir, you said no, sir, yours sincerely or faithfully. Sir, in
Mm-hmm.
between R and S, will there be any symbol
No,
like how it
no
is in the?
apostrophe. No apostrophe. Direct. Yours.
Sir, what
Complete.
is difference
Why?
between them, sir?
Yes. This is a common principle to use this without the apostrophe. You are using it.
Sir, I was asking that what is the difference?
Difference between the two,
Yes,
yours
sir.
and yours,
Yes, sir.
without apostrophe.
Yes, sir.
In letters, generally, where you use yours like without the apostrophe. Otherwise, I guess there is no grammatical difference between the two.
Okay, sir.
Then, after faithfully, truly, or sincerely, out of these, mostly use sincerely. Most of the situations, sincerely will be most appropriate. Or if you are very confused that if you are going to use faithfully, truly, or sincerely, then use sincerely. That is the most common. Faithfully, truly, when if you are giving the letter to your principal or any acquainted officer or something, then faithful is can also be okay. And one thing more, after the address line, people put in lots of commas. Do not use those. The punctuation marks are again very important. Okay, like the name of your road and then the name of the area, people put in a comma between them if they are changing the line. So do not use commas while you are changing the line of your address. So no commas after the address line, that you should also note down. Then after complimentary closing, there will be your sender's name, like your name, along with the signature and designation, if there is any. So hope you have understood this format, and I'll show you
Uh,
one
Sir,
sample letter. Yes,
so the format of writing signature, designation, and name can be altered, or it is a predefined?
it is predefined only. Like sender's name, you will write after complimentary closing, put in one space and writing your name or the sender's name, whoever is sending the letter, and then the signature will be above that. Sender's name is generally put into a bracket, and after the bracket your designation will be there. Like if you are the general or you are the production manager or say the student of this and this class, then that designation will be there.
Perfect.
Okay, and the signature will be above this sender's name. So you will get this idea through this sample letter. This is a sample letter, you can see. And one thing you should remember, that formal letters are not something where you should write in all the facts, figures, etc. Only very brief summary of what you are actually, or what of the problem or any of the issue you are facing. Not more than that. Okay. So see here, though he has not written the name or something, then the address of the sender, space, the date, then the address of the designation and address of the receiver, space, subject, complaint regarding the problem of waterlogging in Dharma colony. That, then again space, salutation, then space, started the letter, the first part, just the introduction, and why you are writing the letter. The resident of the area facing a lot of problems due to waterlogging. The next paragraph, the total content. Then last paragraph, please consider the issue, the request. Then complimentary closing, yours sincerely, space, and your name. Here designation is not written. It is not always necessary to write in designation, like this letter is subjected or given to the mayor. So then generally Raj is the resident of his or her area. So no need to give in the designation because you are not working in the same office.
Sir,
Yes.
like in schools or in offices,
Mm-hmm.
if faculty has their seal,
Mm-hmm.
we use stamps like. So
Okay.
then what should be done? like name
Generally,
and then
they
the
put it
signature line?
if any HOD or if any teacher is sending a letter to the head of the department, or any teacher is sending a letter to the any higher authority or administrative authority, directly they can put in their signatures along with their names. Every time the seal is not required. In
Okay,
letter
sir.
formal letters, your signature is equivalent to your seal.
Okay.
Signature is generally put to verify that exactly this person is sending or any other person has sent in his name, because signature nobody can copy. It is assumed.
Okay, sir.
Signature is the declaration that you have sent this letter. So this format is okay or not? You have understood or not?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay. So now I expect you to follow this format point to point, because if this letter comes in the examination for 10 marks, then points will be, each marks will be there within all these points. Any point missing, any point erroneous or something, points can be deducted.
Sir,
Yes.
in the date format, should not be used slashes.
No, not that slashes, but direct written format.
And one more, sir. Like this is
Yes.
written 15 January 21. Can I use January 15 21?
That depends, because in India generally this format is followed. Date first, then month, and then year. DDMMYY.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So,
Yes.
so could you please repeat about what you said about the address again, about how it is to be written?
Which address?
So
At
the
the
sender
beginning.
and the receiver both.
Okay, sender and the receiver both. You can see here also it is written the address and the contact details of the sender at the very beginning when you start the letter. Everything is left aligned. That is the first thing which you should understand. And then the sender's address along with the name. If you are like able to write your name, you can also write your name, or if you do not want to disclose your name, then directly your address. And then if you want to be more appropriate, then you can give in your email and phone number also, so that they can contact you
So
if
what
that
did
is
you?
required.
So what had you said about the commas, about the use of commas?
Do not use the commas in the address line, like the first address line if you are putting, and some people addresses are like 14 by 14C, this and this road, this area. And between the difference between the first line where there is the road and separation with the area line, people put in commas, so do not use that. Like after dharma colony, some people put in comma and then ramgarh, so do
So
not
we
use
need to
that.
keep the address brief, right?
Yes.
Okay. And
Brief
so
address.
when we sign it off, like yours sincerely, comma,
Mm-hmm.
the if we want to give a signature, we give a signature, write the name after that, and
Mm-hmm.
that's it, right?
That's it. That's it.
And the
Along
designation
with your
come if
designation,
designation is there, it will come
is
below
if
the name.
present. Yes, yes. If
Okay.
present, then you should also write your designation. Otherwise, if not, like in this case, then without the designation, you will directly write your name, and that will be final.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any other
Sir,
query?
sir, a
Yes,
comma is there between 14/8 and Dharma Colony.
that is okay. That is okay. At the end, you should not put in the comma, like at the end of the address line, because it is the same thing. So you should not put in the comma.
Sir, and the address should end with a full stop, sir.
Address should end with a full stop. No, it can be, it cannot be. Like in the say in the Maya part, it is not there. In the Dharma part, it is there. So it is not mandatory.
Sure.
Though if possible, do not put in the full stop.
Okay, sir.
Because actually these are not sentences. This is just the address. So not completion of a sentence or something. So if you want, do not put in the full stop. and that will be all right. No problem, because you are already given the spaces. So clear cut definition will be there, and formal letters are all about conciseness and preciseness. Precision and conciseness. Any other question? The main part is with the content. As the division, as I told you, this division should be followed properly. First part, there will be short paragraph only with the introduction of yourself. Like if I am writing some letter to my HOD, I'll be writing I am this and this person in your department, this and this, and I'll write about the topic of the letter, one line, and then I'll move on to the next paragraph. So introduction and the purpose of writing the letter in brief. So two things in first paragraph. In the second paragraph, total detail of the matter. This one will be the main paragraph, the content paragraph. And third paragraph, only the concluding part where mostly the request is there. What kind of solution are you expecting? What kind of request is there? People write in grant me the permission from the same for the same and oblige. So putting in an obligation. So that those parts are there in the third paragraph. After that, again a space and complimentary closing. Some people, even in the complimentary closing before yours sincerely, they also write thanking you. So this thanking you can be included or may not be included. That totally depends upon you.
Sir, if it's included, should it end with a comma?
Thanking you. No, thanking you. Yes, thanking you ends with a comma. Yes, right.
Okay, sir.
Thanking you, comma, then yours sincerely, comma, then your signature, name, and designation, if it is there.
Designation will be below the name.
Yes, below the name. If you are putting in the signature, that here there was no signature. If you are putting in the signature, it is better to put your name within brackets, in close brackets. That will be more clear.
And so designation will be without brackets.
That is nation will be without bracket. It is considered that with the name, if you are putting in just the brackets, it is the total thing. Otherwise, you have to put in a long bracket, and that will be very like it will not look good. Presentation is also important. It will not look professional or formal.
Sir,
Yes.
like you are writing a formal letter to the director of MNIT.
Mm-hmm.
So how should we write the address?
How should you write the address? Like whose
Uh,
address?
like
Director
your
sir.
address and the director sir's address.
My address will
There
be the
should
same.
be office addresses, I think.
Yes, office address of the director. In my case, that will be same residential address, but in the case of directors, it will be the office address. If you are writing from the home, if you are writing from the college itself, then both the office addresses can be used. So that does not also very important like difference which kind of address you are using. But in the case of director, definitely his office address.
So,
Yes.
if the email and the contact number is asked to be mentioned
Mm-hmm.
in the sender's address,
Mm-hmm.
then how do we write it down? Do we just write email and put a colon and just write it down, or is there some format for the same?
There is no format for the same. You can write down in any way. Email, colon, and then your email address. That is also okay. Directly your email address. That is also okay. People will understand because email address is obviously you are using at the rate something something. People will understand it is email address.
And
Okay. And
that
then
is to be written after the complete address, right? In the
yes,
next
yes.
line.
After address, then email, and then the contact number. At the end, the contact.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Include email and phone number of this. Email will be first, then the contact number. However, that is not mandatory. That you should keep in mind. That is generally done in situations like if you are not very known to the sender, sorry, to the receiver, then in that case, those will fetch you better response. Okay. Any other question regarding this letter, regarding this format of the formal letter? This format which I told you will be applicable in 90% of the situations. More than 90% of the situation, mostly all the situations, it will be applicable with a minute difference here and there. However, if you properly follow the format, that will be very perfect kind of formal letter. In internet, you will find several kinds of format for the letters, but this one is very standard. In the salutation, just remember that either direct sir or madam, or dear sir or dear madam. Some people also use respected sir. Respected sir, if it is an utmost respect position, like a student writing to the director of the college, then respected sir. Too high position. And a small or lower level employee manager writing to the chairman of the company. Okay, and in all these situations, yours faithfully, truly, and sincerely as the complimentary ending. So this one is clear, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, what should be the solution in case we are writing for a job application letter?
Job application letter. Then what should be the solution? Solution for what?
For in case we are writing if our subject is for job application.
Okay, then the subject
What
part.
should be the
Okay.
solution?
Solution. Okay.
Paragraph
Okay. Okay.
paragraph 3.
There will be no solution, but there will be a request to hope we will meet again this at this time, or hope we will meet at this time, or hope you will I'll be called, waiting for your response, or this kind of request will be there. This kind of thing will be there at the end, ending paragraph.
Okay, sir. Sir, once can you divide the marks, sir, for all the...
Divide the marks for all this whatever points I have said.
Yes, sir.
So that depends. Total 10 marks will be there, but I am just saying that if the points are missing, those will lose some of the marks, some part of the marks. Though any particular marks is not divided into like address line and this line and so on. But these are the pointers where you can loosen the marks, that I'm saying. So marks is overall only.
Okay, sir.
But these pointers, understood? These pointers are there, which should be there as it is given in the format. So
Okay.
8 pointers are there. This 8 pointers should be there. And I'll upload this slide after this class is over.
Sir,
So this 8 pointers you should follow. Previous resume I have not uploaded.
Sir, only the first one is there, I think. What is the first?
So
Apart
only
from
group
this,
discussion is uploaded. The non-verbal communication is remaining. Resume is also remaining. The
Sir,
uploading.
sir, the group discussion
the
is
uploading part.
uploaded.
Yes. Okay, so GD has been uploaded and rest of the things have not been uploaded. So I'll upload the slide for non-verbal. Non-verbal, I'll upload the notes instead of the slides. And here the resume and the formal letters, I'll upload the slides. So let me check. I guess I have uploaded maybe in the other class. Only group discussion is there. Okay, I'll upload that. Notes for the non-verbal communication and slides for resume and letter that I'll upload. Rest of the things will be uploaded by Pallavi ma'am only. So let me stop here.